If you've ever found yourself lying in bed at night, staring at the ceiling, your mind running 100 miles an hour, replaying conversations, imagining future scenarios, solving problems that don't even exist yet, this video is for you. Most people would call that overthinking. They'd tell you to just relax, just turn your brain off, just go to sleep. But here's what they don't understand. The fact that your mind comes alive at night isn't a flaw. It's actually a sign of something much deeper going on inside you. And psychology has a lot to say about it. So let's talk about who you really are, the person who thinks too much at night. First, your brain is wired for depth, not distraction. During the day, life is loud. There are notifications, conversations, responsibilities pulling you in every direction. But at night, the noise fades. And for people who think deeply, that silence isn't empty. It's finally full. Psychology shows that nighttime rumination is most common in individuals with high cognitive complexity, meaning people whose brains are naturally drawn to processing information at a deeper level. You're not anxious for no reason. You're a deep processor. While others unwind by switching off, your brain uses the quiet to finally do what it does best: make sense of the world. That's not a weakness. That's a mind that refuses to stay on the surface. Second, you have a stronger emotional memory system. Research indicates that people who replay the day's events at night often have a highly active hippocampus, the part of the brain responsible for memory and emotional processing. In simple terms, your brain doesn't just record what happened. It wants to understand how it felt, why it happened, and what it means. So when you lie awake thinking about that one thing someone said to you 3 days ago, you're not being dramatic. Your brain is trying to file that experience correctly, to learn from it, to protect you. That's emotional intelligence at work. You feel things fully because your brain won't let you move on until it truly understands. Third, you are a natural problem solver who can't clock out. Psychology shows that people who overthink at night are often the same people others turn to during the day for advice, solutions, and clarity. There's a reason for that. Your brain is always running in the background, looking for patterns, anticipating outcomes, preparing for what's next. It's called proactive cognitive processing. And while it can keep you awake, it also means you rarely get caught off guard. You think of things others miss. You prepare for conversations before they happen. You see 5 steps ahead. The challenge isn't that your brain works too hard. The challenge is that it hasn't learned when to rest. And that's a skill you can build, but it starts with understanding that the drive itself is a gift. Fourth, you process emotions differently than most people. Research in personality psychology links nighttime overthinking to a trait called high neuroticism. And before that word scares you, let's reframe it. High neuroticism doesn't mean you're unstable. It means you feel the weight of your emotions more intensely than average. You notice more. You care more. You're more sensitive to the emotional environment around you. People with this trait often make the most loyal friends, the most thoughtful partners, and the most self-aware human beings in the room. Yes, it means your heart is louder at night, but it also means you love deeply, you empathize genuinely, and you take your relationship seriously. That's not something to medicate away. That's something to understand and honor. Fifth, your imagination is unusually active. Psychology shows a strong link between nighttime thinking and a high level of what researchers call openness to experience, one of the 5 core personality traits. People high in this trait have minds that naturally wander into creativity, possibility, and what if. At night, when there's nothing to do and nowhere to be, that imagination doesn't shut down. It opens up. You might plan things you haven't started yet. You might write conversations in your head. You might dream up entire futures before you fall asleep. That's not overthinking. That's a creative mind doing what it was built to do. Some of the most brilliant artists, writers, and innovators in the world describe exactly this: a mind that won't stop building, even in the dark. You are not broken. You are not exhausting. You are not too much. You are someone who feels deeply, processes fully, and cares more than most people ever will. And that, at the end of every long night, is something worth holding on to. If this resonated with you, you're exactly who MindNest Psychology was made for. Subscribe to MindNest Psychology for more insights.